and they feel like they've had a real opportunity to pull off the upset over St. Louis. They lost to them earlier this season, but not by much. For St. Louis on the other side, it's Jordair Jett who leads the way for them, the player of the year, but Rob Lowe inside. The 6'11 senior, going to be a good matchup today with him against Yusu Ndoye for St. Bonaventure. Looking forward to watching that matchup. And the coach of the year for the second straight year in his second season as coach of the Billikens, Jim Crews. And as you said, David, lost 3 of their last 4. Had yesterday to kind of watch the first round. Now here in the quarterfinal round, you always have that question of, what's it like for a team who had to sit to wait? Are they rested? They're going to come out a little sluggish. Then you have St. Bonaventure, who played yesterday and played very well, and feels like they're going to have a chance here, losing to St. Louis only by 6 points in the earlier meeting this season.
Well, the Billikens practice at 11 o'clock each day this week here in New York. They do not have school. It is spring break, so the kids got to experience some things we'll tell you about a little later around the city of New York. But they practiced at 11 o'clock so that would simulate today's game time, 11 Central. Their weekly schedule, they want to be ready to roll. Here's what they did. They visited West Point, and they also got to practice there. Jim Crews used to coach at West Point. They got to have lunch with cadets. They attended the Motown Broadway show. They toured Times Square, practiced in Brooklyn. But again, last few days, practice has been at 11 a.m. Central because that's the time they're tipping off here today at the Barclays. This is going to be a really good matchup. And if Ndoye can play like he did yesterday, don't sleep on the Bonnies.
It's a matchup of the last 2 tournament champions here between St. Bonaventure, the 2012 title champions, and last year the St. Louis Billikens trying to repeat. Lamar Simpson, Bill McCarthy, and Mark Schnurr are officials, and we're underway here in Brooklyn.
Man-to-man out of St. Bonaventure.
Here's Jordair Jett. Billikens, a team that shares the basketball, trying to get everybody involved, and Ndoye getting into the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds.
Well, what we just saw there is scouting report defense. Ndoye reads this play because they like to run the high ball screen, pick and pop, pick and roll. They pick and popped with Evans, and that uses his soccer background from Senegal to be able to track the ball down.
Jordair Jett gets right by the D and goes in for 2.
Boy, you look at him and you go, how quick is he? And then you see him make a blow-by move like that. Gets right to the rack.
6'1 senior out of St. Paul, Minnesota. 1,000-point scorer. Pass underneath here for the Bonnies out to Matthew Wright now. Wright, their top scorer, puts up his first shot of the day and hits.
Well, the defenders thought Wright was going to feed Ndoye or re-rack the offense. They left. He said, whoa, leave me that open. Money.
Mike McCall Jr. now relocates and puts up a 3, and that one's good.
Out of Chicago, tough kid from the Chicago streets. Real good shooter. Rick Majerick was very excited when they lured him to St. Louis.
He's also a 1,000-point scorer, one of 3 that the Billikens have on their team as Jett picks up the rebound. Finds Rob Lowe. Lowe for an easy 2.
Boy, what a pass. Big guys run, you got to reward him. Big dog runs, feed him. And he was right down the court. Great pass by Jett.
Good pace to start here. 1.5 minutes gone by. First half for Brooklyn. St. Louis 7-2 with the early advantage. Wright going baseline. Kicks it for Ndoye. Gathers it and puts it in.
Nice hands. Good catch. Good finish by Ndoye. Bailed right out, who I think was trapped along the baseline.
Really fun watching him yesterday as our first foul of the game goes against Jordan Gathers for St. Bonaventure. Let's go back first to Jordair Jett.
Well, look how he just blows by Ndoye, protects the basketball, and leaves enough space that the shot block can't get there. But this is what's beautiful. Look at that pass. Lowe isn't even looking, but he knows he's going to turn around, and they make the play.
Entry pass into Lowe. Gets it kicked out. Now up to Barnett for 3. Barnett drains it. Jake Barnett.
What a great start for St. Louis. 10-4, bang a couple threes. Jett gets going. Just what they wanted.
6-point advantage. Here's Ndoye on the up fake, trying to take it against Lowe, and they'll get Lowe for the foul. That's his first.
He watched Jake Barnett. He got a clean look, and he knew that was going down. Looking over at Mark Schmidt, the Bonnies coach, he is all the way out on the court, yelling to his team, "Let's go, pick it up." He wants that enthusiasm, that intensity he saw from the get-go yesterday.
Well, no question whether or not St. Louis is going to come out fired up here in this game after waiting to play. St. Bonaventure with that 82-72 win yesterday over LaSalle in the first round. Here's a foul on the jump shooter. Barnett called the foul, and it's Charlon Kloof that will head to the free throw line for a pair.
Rob Lowe, Auckland, New Zealand, his home, and his parents made the long trek. Beth and David are here at the game at the Barclays to watch their son play.
Yeah, he's got that European style, shoots a three-pointer, blocking a lot more shots now for the Billikens. There's Rob Lowe. One of the 5 seniors that start for St. Louis, this experienced group. They've won 92 games in their career.
That's the most of any senior class in the history of Billiken basketball.
After a pair by Kloof at the free throw line, it's a 4-point game. Billikens, nice feed from Jet. Down low to Evans. Wow.
You know, a lot of people, when Evans was coming out of the Chicago area, said, he's undersized. Can he play at that level? And Rick Gutierrez says, yes, he can, and he's perfect for my ball screen offense. They like to run that high ball screen. Evans has just been a really good player.
Gather strong take, but then Rob Lowe rejects it for St. Louis.
Well, this is how you shut down a play. Let's go back to the other end. Look at that pass. Endoy turned his head, and then on the defensive end, here's how you shut it down. Get it out of here.
Rob Lowe and Jake Barnett go out. Tanner Lancona and John Manning have checked in for the Billikens as they lead it 12-6. Foul underneath the basket. Going to be on Tanner Lancona. That's his first for the freshman out of California. 3rd team foul in this first half for St. Louis.
6'8", 230. He's going to have his hands full inside with Simmons, who had a monster day yesterday, as well as Endoy.
Kloof gets it in, gathers. Right, trying to get it down low. They got Simmons and Endoy. They try over the top pass, and Lancona's right there to intercept it.
That was outstanding defense. Ball above the free throw line extended. You play high side on low post defense. That was magnificently played by the freshman Lancona. Watch the toss. Where is he? He's the high side. Easy steal. Not a good decision to make that pass.
Got a foul here on Yusu Endoy away from the ball for St. Bonaventure, his first. Wayne Evans.
Kloof doing a really good job trying to deny the ball from Jordair Jet.
Jet gets a screen from Evans. Going right to the hole once again. Jet's shot is rejected by Yusu Endoy. Nice job coming back there to help out. And it'll be out of bounds to St. Bonaventure.
Watch Endoy's block. The ball screen comes. Here comes Jet. Now, the first time down, he was able to score. The second time, he got much better help defense off the screen, and then Endoy just said, no chance.
69 blocks on the season to lead the team for St. Bonaventure. Dion Wright is checked in for the Bonnies. Endoy now against Manning. Endoy squares up, a little bit long, rebound Jet. Austin McBroom just had it in the corner. 3-point shooter for the Billikens. Evans trapped. Shot clock is inside 10. Jet slices through somehow and puts it in.
Boy, what a great job by patient offense from St. Louis. That was magnificent to not panic when that shot clock ran down. When you got the ball in the hands of the best player in the league, woo, right through the double and get the bucket.
Formula One. 19 black tie events, 5 continents, starting lines, finish lines, tan lines, sophistication, exhilaration, kingmakers, tastemakers, movers and shakers, curb appeal, whip appeal, mass appeal, man plus machine plus the world equals life at the speed of F1. Formula One returns tomorrow night on NBCSN.
Warrior has done it again. Call now and receive the new Warrior Signature Series Lob Wedge absolutely free. No gimmicks, no catches, no purchase necessary. A $150 retail value free. All we ask is you give us an accurate evaluation of the club's performance because your feedback is vitally needed before it's released to retail stores. Warrior makes this new 60-degree lob wedge with deep-cut precision grooves combined with rough surface optimization technology and a sleek gunmetal finish. This club will help you get more control and greater backspin, providing you with pinpoint accuracy. Get the new Warrior Lob Wedge today, and all you pay is for shipping and customization. It's time to make Warrior Signature Series Lob Wedge your new weapon of choice. No purchase necessary and no catches. It's absolutely free. Call now and you may also qualify to receive the matching 52-degree gap and 56-degree sand wedge. Absolutely free. Some restrictions apply. Ask your representative for details when calling.
Attention men.
A new study shows that prescription testosterone products increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. If you've used any type of testosterone gel or injections and then suffered a stroke or heart attack, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you took testosterone and then suffered a heart attack or stroke, call 1-800-354-0033. That's 1-800-354-0033.
Moments ago before the game, Jordair Jett, the Player of the Year, accepting the award from A10 Commissioner Bernadette McLeod here from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, and is inspired, goes right out from the start here, David, and has been on fire to begin for the Billikens.
Well, he's really done a wonderful job attacking. Look at that pass. Lowe isn't even looking, but that's when you got senior communication. Then he beats Endoy to the bucket. Now he makes a move. You can't let him split the double. Endoy a little late to block it. And Jordair Jett, as the shot clock was down to 1.
Two players for St. Louis, first team all-conference with Dwayne Evans, Jordair Jett. Dwayne Evans also on the all-academic team in the A10.
He's got his mom here today. Janice came in from Chicago.
Jett has 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists already to start for St. Louis. Foul is called on St. Bonaventure. It's on Dion Wright, his first.
Yep, over the top, trying to grab a rebound, I think, on the back of Evans.
5 minutes gone by first half. Mike Corey, David Kaplan with you today from the Barclays Center. The quarterfinal round of the Atlantic 10 Championship. Game 1 of 4. The top seed in the tournament, the St. Louis Billikens, the defending champions. 2-time regular season champions and trying to win back-to-back tournament titles as well. Here's Austin McBroom. Shot clock is down to 6. McBroom gets by Wright, scoops it up and in.
Boy, that's the third time that they've beaten an initial defender off a dribble penetration, and nobody's gotten over and cut it off.
10-point lead for St. Louis, largest of this first half. That's the 6th different Billiken to score as well as McBroom put it in, and then Endoy got it knocked away.
Yeah, didn't get the ball high enough on his hook. Yesterday, they couldn't block it.
Evans with authority on the baseline. Timeout, St. Bonaventure.
And you gotta have it. Gotta have that timeout, Mark Schmidt. Wow. St. Louis is rolling. 8-0 run. They are cooking with gas. And you find your big man, and he takes it right to the rack with authority.
The all-new Chevy Silverado, from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road. The truck that beats any Ford F-150 in fuel economy, and the 2014 North American Truck of the Year. And now, during Chevy Truck Month, the price you see is the price you pay for a 2014 Chevy Silverado. Now use special Truck Month pricing to get a total value of over $7,500 on this Silverado All-Star Edition with best-in-class V8 fuel economy. Get to Truck Month at your Chevy dealer today.
Early 12-point lead for St. Louis here in this first half. Just under 6 minutes gone by, and Evans and Jett take a much-deserved breather on the bench. Here's Matthew Wright, team's leading scorer. Bonnie's, their last 5 trips, 0 for 3 from the field with 2 turnovers. Kloof bumped and fouled by Grandy Glaze, picking up his first for St. Louis, 5th team foul in this first half.
Dwayne Evans, also an academic all-conference performer. He is a true student athlete.
Evans with back-to-back first-team all-conference selections in the A-10. Bonnie's need a bucket here. They get it inside to Simmons. Now Endoy. Over low that time. No foul called, and Endoy unable to convert.
St. Louis shooting 75%, but that's pretty easy to do when you got Jett, McBroom, Evans, Lowe, Jett. All layups.
Lowe for 3 doesn't go. McBroom the offensive board. Rob Lowe will shoot that shot. He's just under 30% from three-point range on the season. Makes him a difficult cover at times, the way he can come out and play on the perimeter.
Well, watch how they pick and pop him right here to the corner. When you got a guy who has the ability to make the 3 and has the freedom from the coaches to do that, boy, you play relaxed.
McBroom off the low screen with 10 to shoot. Back to Lowe. Now trying to take Endoy off the dribble. Grandy Glaze. Shot clock down to 2. McCall gets it up.
The senior team, 5 seniors, and guys who play with the seniors are indoctrinated quickly. They're so good about patience. What a great take right there for a hoop and a harm from Charlon Kloof.
Count the basket and a chance for the three-point play. Kloof.
That's almost a carbon copy of what we saw happen with Jordan Jett at the other end. Nobody slides over in rotation and stops the ball. Jim Cruz will not be happy with that one.
Not at all, because Rob Lowe just picked up his 2nd personal foul. Manning is back in for St. Louis. Kloof caps off the three-point play. The first basket for the Bonnies in 5 minutes and 29 seconds. They needed it, down by 9 points.
Jim Cruz just said to the official, Lamar Simpson, it's holding our guy with an arm bar. But it's going to be a physical, tough game. Everybody dreams of getting to the big dance and trying to win the league tournament.
Winner of this game takes on the winner of St. Joe's and Dayton. That's coming up later, and the semifinal game tomorrow is 1:30. Here's Manning. Scoots inside of Endoy for the basket.
Boy, what a pretty move to go up and under around Endoy, who's a very good shot blocker.
Manning averaging about 11 minutes a ball game for the Billikens. What about 2 points a game, gets that basket here. Now Endoy goes down. Another foul call. This is on Manning.
Well, watch how physical it gets here. This is a pretty move by Manning. But if we can see the other end, wow, is it getting physical on the low block. You got Endoy trying to establish position. He is backing down Manning, and finally Manning had enough of it. Get off of me, and he got called for the foul.
Shades of last night, their final game of the first round, UMass and Rhode Island. That was a foul fest late.
That was a foul fest.
UMass came out on top, earned the right to the quarterfinals. They'll take on GW in the nightcap here tonight. So with that foul on Manning, his first, it's the 7th team foul. It's a 1-and-1, and Endoy will get another. Endoy, 67% free throw shooter from the line this season, and still has another year to go. The junior at 7 foot, 245 pounds. We talked about this earlier, David, the way he gained pounds in the offseason, got himself in really good playing shape, and really putting himself in a great opportunity for the next level in a year to come.
And all you have to do is continue to have that mindset. It takes time for guys to come out of high school and develop what you call a professional mindset. I can make a profession out of basketball, which means you got to continue to work.
Turnover. Kloof against Barnett, and he finishes.
Well, that was a big-time finish by Kloof. I mean, he elevated and nearly got it blocked and found a way to score.
Kloof, the senior who grew up in South Africa, with a basket to cut the St. Louis lead down to 8. Kloof's got 7 points to lead all scorers so far in this first half.
Zone defense out of St. Bonaventure. Different look. St. Louis has to realize it and then attack it.
Barnett for 3, no. Manning was boxed out down low by Simmons. Allowed his teammate Kloof to get the rebound. Kloof bumped by McCall.
Watch Klue finish this one. I mean, they are not going to deny this guy. Way up high. Lays it home over the big defender.
The all-new Chevy Silverado, from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road. The truck that beats any Ford F-150 in fuel economy, and the 2014 North American Truck of the Year. And now, during Chevy Truck Month, the price you see is the price you pay for a 2014 Chevy Silverado. Now use special Truck Month pricing to get a total value of over $7,500 on this Silverado All-Star Edition with best-in-class V8 fuel economy. Get to Truck Month at your Chevy dealer today.
We're here on the street doing online car insurance quotes from the General.
We can lower our payments and have some extra cash.
See how low your payments can be.
Get an anonymous online quote now. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Making sure your tires are in good shape is easy.
Just put a penny head first into the grooves.
If Abe's head doesn't touch the tread, your tires are probably bald, which can be unsafe.
Come into Meineke today and get up to an $80 rebate on a set of 4 Cooper tires for a limited time.
Seems there's a wee bit of confusion out there when it comes to grass seed. What if I forget to water it, Scott? Will it still grow? Roll the clip, Jimmy. Scott's wraps each seed in a brilliant coating that feeds, protects, and holds in moisture. So growing thicker, healthier grass is easier, even if you miss a day of watering. Now let's spread your newfound knowledge. Get Scott's Tough Builder Grass Seed with Water Smart Plus. It's guaranteed. Seed your lawn. Seed it.
To keep your new grass growing strong, feed it with Scott's starter food for new grass.
In the heart of St. Louis, there's another gateway for explorers. A place where people pursue answers, seek truth, find friendship, and discover ways to improve the world around them. St. Louis University. Higher purpose, greater good.
Billikens by 8 in game 1 of 4 today in the quarterfinals of the 2014 Atlantic 10 Championship from Brooklyn, New York. The Billikens already in the NCAA tournament no matter what. It's been a spectacular season for them. 26-5 regular season champions. RPI at 20. What a great league the Atlantic 10 is this season, David. 6 teams going to the NCAA tournament. And if one of the top 6 seeds here in this weekend don't win it, possibly 7.
It's been an unbelievable year for the Atlantic 10. And I really believe that St. Louis, with the seniors, you better have them going a long way in your bracket. Size-wise, you get down to Elite 8, Final 4 level. It's tough at times, but they're experienced, they're tough. And I was talking to their coaching staff today, and I said, what are you doing differently from Jim Cruz to the late Rick Majerus? They said, really? Nothing. Same game day routine, same offense, high ball screen, same prep. They said for a couple of reasons. One, respect. Rick Majerus brought us all here. He put the system together, and they said, to be honest with you, it's good stuff and consistency. Because when Jim Cruz took over, he had all these guys. He's been with them the last 2 seasons. They wanted to keep it as consistent and as easy to follow, and it's worked out, obviously, incredibly well.
Well, they certainly have. There's a foul on Mike Bacall Jr. before the timeout. He picked up his first. That's the 8th team foul in St. Louis in this first half. The Bonnies are on an 8-2 run over the last 1 minute and 20 seconds to close the gap to 6. Under 11 to go here in the first half. Manning's down low. Lowe is out for St. Louis, who has 2 personal fouls. Jet swings at McBroom for 3. Little long, rebound Kloof. Charlon Kloof, and he'll put up a 3-ball. That's good. Charlon Kloof has cut it to a 3-point deficit.
I said to you at the break, the Bonnies will be back. Well coached, good team, good players. They're back. They are now taking the first punch from the defending champ in the league. They're ready to go.
You did. I looked at you in the first time out. You're like, don't worry, it's very early. And you're right. Kloof has the last 7 St. Bonaventure points. He's got 12 of their 17 points here to start.
St. Louis, 9 field goals, 7 different players.
McBroom with 5 seconds to shoot for the Billikens. Manning doesn't recognize it. Shot clock violation. Mark Schmidt for St. Bonaventure. Head coach loves it.
Well, you know, you play all these seniors, obviously they get the lion's share of the minutes. Guys who are getting indoctrinated into playing at this level, they go through the season. It's a different mentality now when it's survive and advance. Some of the guys on the court right now, you got Evans back now, you got Jordan Jet, but some of the guys just haven't been playing in games that have this amped up feeling all the time.
Simmons misfires, Evans the rebound, here's Jet. McCall, that's good.
Such a different way to run your offense when it's Jet, Evans, McCall, totally different.
McCall's got 5 points, senior out of Chicago, Illinois.
There is no substitute for experience. None.
Coming up on 9 minutes left in the first half. Kloof, bumped by Jet. Takes it in anyhow and scores again. Charlotte Kloof, a monster right now for the Bonnies with 14 points.
He is just dominating. Right now, the best player on the floor is Charlotte Kloof.
Save from going out by Lancona. Kloof, the team captain, the point guard. Team relies on him, and he has come alive in his senior season for St. Bonaventure. Here's a three. Count it for McCall. He's hit the last couple baskets. 8 points for him. It's a 6-point Billikens advantage.
McCall me, maybe?
It's a good one. So far, yes. Into traffic goes, gathers that time. Manning redirected it now. Here is McCall finishing from Evans. And just like that, St. Louis has got it back up to 8.
It's amazing when you bring your best players back in off the bench, they're veterans, just how much smoother things go. McCall hits a bucket, they get a steal, McCall hits another bucket. Just a different way to run your offense.
It's a 7-2 run by McCall basically here. St. Louis to St. Bonaventure. Simmons against Lancona. And inside Manning blocks his shot. It'll stay with the Bonnies when we come back. 7:46 to play in the first half of quarterfinal game number 1. The Bonnies answered, but the Billikens have come right back. It's 27-19 in favor of St. Louis.
Jimmy Fallon has brought The Tonight Show its biggest audience in 20 years. Critics say it's the future of late night.
Hashtag, yeah, baby.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, followed by the all-new Late Night with Seth Meyers. Weeknights on NBC.
Two heavyweights that only fight one way look to break one another. Former world champion Tomas Adamek slugs it out against Olympic medalist Tsar Glaskov. NBCSN Fight Night. Adamek versus Glaskov. Tomorrow, 9 Eastern.
When I was younger, I didn't want to admit I had a serious disease. Because of my diabetes, I lost the sight in my left eye. Misconceptions continue to surround this monster public health issue. But the simple truth is, diabetes can often be prevented and complications avoided. You're not alone. Understand the realities of diabetes and know that you can manage it and lead a full, active life.
Attention men who have taken Androgel and other testosterone therapy products. Androgel and other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, death, and other serious cardiac events. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered heart attack, stroke, blood clotting, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event, call Parliament Law Firm at 1-800-800-DRUG for a free legal consultation.
Thought you couldn't afford a hot tub? Well, ThermoSpa's designed one that's energy efficient and requires no costly installation. You simply plug it in and fill it with a garden hose. To learn how you can own a custom-built hot tub, call for a free DVD and information catalog, and we'll include a gift coupon for free delivery and installation. ThermoSpa's offers many features found on no other hot tub. Why? Because it's not just a hot tub, it's a ThermoSpa's.
Pelicans have upped their lead to 8 once again, 27-19, but Charlon Kloof has been keeping the Bonnies in it here thus far.
Well, he right now is the best player on the floor, attacking with a fury, coming up with a steal here, and then just exploding past Barnett and finishing at the rack. He has really stepped up his game today. Matthew Wright, normally their top scorer. Their Kloof thinking nothing but pull up, pop, 14 big points. Hasn't missed a shot.
Grew up in South Africa, went to Canarias Basketball Academy in the Netherlands, was recruited, came here, and they say he appreciates the opportunity to play, has a different perspective. And, you know, last year was a guy who lost his point guard spot. His playing time went down, his production dropped, and then this year rededicated himself. He's the team captain, the starting point guard, and right now has 14 points. His career high, 24, and he did last year against Louisiana Tech. And going on his way to having a spectacular game here today. This time, though, he throws it away, intercepted by McCall.
Nice read by Mike McCall.
Barnett finds Lancona. Pelicans share the basketball. Always trying to move and get the defense moving.
They do, but with Lowe sitting with 2 fouls, it takes away a scoring option they like to have in this front court attack.
Lancona on the feed from Barnett with a shot clock at 3.
Nice job. Again, that's the 4th time they've run the shot clock under 5. They've scored 3 of the 4 times. Endoy asking for the basketball.
Going up against Manning, knocked away, and Jet has it. Jet a 1-on-2, smart job to pull it out.
Different player today, Endoy. We're not seeing him be the factor he was offensively yesterday.
Right, at least not early on. Here's Barnett. Jet, and it knocked away. Kloof on the steal. Kloof right through the double team, the traffic, and cleaned up by McCall. Kloof is down. McCall. Barnett for 3. Good offensive rebound. Pelicans with a 10-point lead. Largest has been 12 at 18-6. Jet just lead at 13. Zandel Cumberbatch, junior out of East Orange, New Jersey. Let's see if Endoy can get going here.
That's not his game. He needs to be around the bucket, chance to make his move with the baby hook with either hand. He settled twice now for jumpers on the baseline and missed them both. Those weren't shots he wants to take.
Lancona, line drive, no. Cumberbatch out to Simmons, just inside the 3-point line. And St. Bonaventure, their last 7 trips, they are now 0 for 5 from the field with 2 turnovers. Both teams a little cold.
Yep, both teams getting decent looks and just not knocking them down.
St. Louis, the top defensive team in the Atlantic 10, giving up just 60.9 points a game. That's also good for 15th in the country. And it's tough to score against these guys no matter what. Matthew Wright knocked away out of bounds by Jet coming from behind.
You know, I don't put as much stock in the defensive metric, that is how many points you allow, because it depends on what your offense is.
Sure.
You watch some of the Billiken D here. I remember great UNLV teams with Jerry Tarkanian. They'd be at the bottom of the rankings because they scored 108 points a game. But you looked at field goal percentage defense, they were among the 5 best in the country. That's a much different metric. They're #1 in the USA, St. Louis, in 3-point percentage defense, 26%. That's showing you can go out and guard. If you play a slower style offensively, obviously your opponent's points are going to be down. To me, it's not a real fair metric to look at.
That's a good point. That is big time, that 3-point percentage defense. Yusu Endoy goes out for St. Bonaventure, and Chris Dees is in, who did not play in the last game, the junior out of California for the Bonnies. Austin McBroom and Dwayne Evans have returned for St. Louis.
With St. Louis defensively, 8 fouls first 8 minutes, have not committed a foul since last 7.
A much better job. Double team coming down on Evans. Here's a 3-pointer by McCall. Nothing but net. And Mike McCall has had a nice afternoon thus far. St. Louis 32, St. Bonaventure 19. McCall with 13. and deflects it, but is out of bounds.
Mike McCall, Chicago kid. When Rick Majerus recruited him, there were some schools that I don't know, is he too small? No, he's only been part of that senior class that has 92 wins.
And he's one of their better defenders, too. He also creates shots for others, gets other people involved, and now, right now, today, starting to take over the scoring load. 5 of 6 from the field. He's hit 3 3-pointers.
He gives them quickness, he gives them leadership, toughness, defense, scores in transition, distributes the ball. He's a complete guard.
Largest lead of the day here for the Billikens at 13 points. Dion right now. And out of bounds on the sideline was Jordan Gathers, trying to get it back for his team. St. Bonaventure at 17-14 this season. The number 9 seed in the tournament, St. Louis, 26-5. The number 1 seed, the regular season champions of the Atlantic 10. They lost 3 of their last 4 coming in. They've been in a lot of close ball games themselves. And a 19-game home court winning streak, or 19-game winning streak snapped by Duquesne. Floater on the way by McBroom. No, rebound by Gregg. Nice drive by Matthew Wright for St. Bonaventure. Team's top scorer, trying to create something, David. They need to get the ball inside a little bit more here now.
Well, here comes Wright hanging in the lane. Evans swats it away, but they get Lancona on the back.
We're so dead.
Guys, you want some water?
Did you just see?
I hate mirages.
Come on. Oh my, look at that.
Mirage. Welcome to the soiree.
You sure this is a mirage? Fiat doesn't make a 4-door. It's not real. Yeah, you're right. Bye, Diddy Mirage. Want to take Diddy Mirage with me?
Here, don't do that. The all-new 4-door Fiat 500L. Yep, it's real.
I'm a fabricator, body man, painter, everything. I can do it all. WildTech will teach you what to do and how to do it. I chose WildTech because it's short, and you're in and out. Next thing you know, you're already out of school and you're already working, making money, and you're living life already. Feels like you're on top of the world. Not a lot of people point to something and say, I built that. I love what I do. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Get on the fast track to a career. Turn pro at WildTech. 1-800-360-5208.
The Husqvarna all-wheel drive mower is here. Engineered with a unique drive system and dual transmission. All-wheel traction, all-wheel power, all done. Only from Husqvarna.
When you get away from smartphones and video games and tablets, it's amazing what you can really plug into. This spring, shop the brands you love, plus thousands of items on sale now. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
It's always been a part of me to fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. Whether on my block or around the world. My name is First Lieutenant King, and I move toward the sounds of those who are in need of help.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
13-point lead for the Billikens. Team basketball, that's what they're all about, David. Next man up. It's just the concept that they've had for a long, long time.
Right, Lowe gets a couple fouls. They got to sit him down. Just do your job, as coaches like to say. And there he is, blocking shots. Not going to give you big point production right now. Not a focal point of the offense. But guess what? You come inside on him, he's going to make you pay. He's been physical with Endoy. He's blocked shots. Yeah, he's got 2 points, 2 blocks. He's been a big force inside. Good work out of John Manning, a junior out of Chantilly, Virginia.
Throw 2 steals into that mix for him as well. Coming up at the half, college basketball halftime report. Dave Briggs, Donnie Marshall, Florida State. Their uphill climb continues, trying to take on number 6 Virginia. And we'll have a preview of the Dayton-St. Joe's quarterfinal match coming up here from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. All that and more coming up at the half. College basketball halftime report. Dave and Donnie standing by. 32-20, the foul before that was on Tanner Lancona, his second for St. Louis, the 9th team foul. And a free throw, it ends the Billikens' 10-0 run.
Okay, there's Mark Schmidt. He is the coach at St. Bonaventure. He's a good coach, won the tournament here 2 years ago. He was a pharmaceutical salesman. 45 grand in a company car, he said, living large. And he decides to quit to coach. $6,500 after 2 years, he's out of money. He's like, I'm done. I got no money left. Pile of bills. Gets a job at Penn State for 12 grand. Rest is history. And now he's on a long-term contract. Heck of a coach.
Unbelievable. Matthew Wright coming back now for St. Bonaventure. Coach Schmidt, and what I like about him is he just tells you how it is. He's a fun guy to talk to.
He's awesome to talk to.
It's not about coach speak. I mean, he feels the same way you're feeling about stuff, and he'll just tell it to you. It's great.
Yeah, he is as passionate about what he does as any guy you'll talk to.
Nice feed from Jet from Manning, who we just talked about, and he draws the foul.
And you're right, there is no coach speak. If you ask Mark Schmidt a question, you get a direct answer. Yep. It's phenomenal.
Kloof was called for the foul, his first for the Bonnies.
It gets tiresome in this business that some coaches won't answer a question for you. No, I can't say that. We're just here to do our job.
You're right. No,
just
he doesn't
happy to be. No, there's none of that with Coach Schmidt.
Yeah, he's the best.
Tremendous to talk.
Keeps it real. Keeps it real. Dave Briggs, Donnie Marshall in the studio, and the college basketball halftime report coming your way. In 2 minutes and 55 seconds of game clock here, and a big day of college basketball in Brooklyn. Quarterfinals of the 2014 Atlantic 10 Championship. Excited to bring it to you all day long right here on NBCSN. Right. Handoff from Indoy, now dumps it underneath, and an easy two put in by Dion Wright, the sophomore. First basket of the afternoon.
That was the best half-court set that I've seen them run today. You know, they ran a number of Kloof plays in transition, or he pulled up and drilled a three. That was a patient attack, good interior pass, and get a bucket. Yeah, now they're trapping here on top.
Yeah, it was good movement, you're right. Jet, look at how he does that. Right inside to Evans, rejected by Indoy. And they'll call goaltend.
Watch the last play. I mean, this is patient. Get the ball back in his hands, and then a good interior pass and a good finish by Wright.
Oh, he draws a double team. You saw Evans right there. Had to try to stay with Indoy with his presence, so freed him up. Good play. 2 minutes left, first half. Billikens, the defending champs in the Atlantic 10. First game of the tournament for them here in the quarterfinals. The Bonnies beat LaSalle yesterday to earn the right to play here today. St. Louis has been up by as many as 13. Greg misses the jumper. McCall slides through, doesn't get it to go. Evans on the tip, and recovered by Barnett.
Really nice tap out. I think it was Evans that got a hand on it. Keep that alive. Otherwise, Kloof had it.
Jet guarded by Greg. Jet's done that a couple times today, just going right by people to the basket. McCall, what an afternoon he's had. 15 points to lead all scorers today. Mike McCall Jr. for St. Louis. Greg on the drive, way long, offensive rebound, and a putback by Dion Wright.
Who went banging the glass hard. That was a very, very well-earned 2 points.
Wright had 9 points and 2 rebounds last game in about 19 minutes of action for the Bonnies. There's a couple baskets so far here today. Billikens holding for the final shot of this first half. And they'll call a timeout. Use it or lose it timeout. Can only carry 4 of the 5 over to the second half, so they use it here. And there's that tip out by Evans.
What a great play. Otherwise, it was either Kloof or Wright that were going to run that one down. And he comes up with a play, and it ends up they get a bucket. McCall's in the right spot, but 21 in the middle of your screen, that guy won't get an assist. It won't show up in the box score, yet it was the key play that got them 2 points.
There's more stuff from St. Louis, you know, to go on to your point about stuff that just doesn't show up, that if you look at numbers you don't really see. I mean, talk about team basketball, both on the offensive and defensive end. I mean, it's on display every single time you watch this team play.
You know, Rick Majerus, may he rest in peace, shortly before he died, I had a long conversation with him. I was friends with him for 25 years, and he said he was in the NBA for a little bit. He goes, they just roll the ball out. They play. He said, I want to control how we play, our system. He goes, you can't do that in the NBA. This team is the spitting image of what Rick Majerus was all about as a coach. Unselfish basketball.
Foul called. He would be very proud of what they've accomplished the last couple of years. Of course, he's looking down, and Coach Majerus.
That was at Utah when they retired it, and then they retired that when we were there on NBC Sports Network last year. We saw that right there. I believe it was Dayton against St. Louis, and they came out in a building just electric with emotion and dominated.
Gathers called for his second foul for the Bonnies. 2 shots here for Rob Lowe, who had 2 fouls and is back in for the final stages of this first half. He had to sit for a while, but John Manning certainly picked up the slack, his backup big man. Manning comes back in. Lowe will go out. The final 6.4.
Yesterday, Endoy was a huge factor in the game. 19 points, double-figure rebounds, blocking shots. Today, 3 points and exceptionally quiet in the game.
Endoy couldn't get it back up, so now he'll take it. Endoy right to the hole. He lays it in right before the clock expires.
He
Count
just
it.
Probably looked over here and went, quiet? I'll show you quiet. What a big-time play by a 7-footer.
Endoy.
Look at this. This guy's 7 feet tall. Wow. That is a big shot in the arm for St. Bonaventure. Gets him going, gets them going. Big basket.
Good way to finish the half for St. Bonaventure. They trail it by 10, though. The top seed in the tournament. St. Louis 38, the Bonnies 28. Halftime. Time now for the college basketball halftime report.
Hey everybody, welcome inside our NBC Sports studios. At the break, St. Louis leading the Bonnies by 10 alongside former UConn standout and NBA veteran Donnie Marshall. I'm Dave Briggs. Yusu Endoy, that's a 7-footer right there. A spark for that guy.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you need. If you got the biggest guy on the floor, you better use him.
He was quiet until then. Maybe that will spark him and the Bonnies in the second half. But the thing that got them started for St. Louis was the player of the year in the conference, Jordair Jett.
Yeah, Jordair Jett. It's nice when you start a game getting your award for player of the year. It's terrific because you know as a senior, this is the way you want to go out. Yes, it's an individual accolade, but more importantly, you want to make sure you start one of the most important games of the year for your team and your career the right way. He did just that. Getting his teammates involved early, 5 assists. Not scoring a ton of points, but really affecting the game at the right times. He is one of the best defenders, not just in this conference, but in the league. And so when you can, or in the country, excuse me, but when he can start this way, being a facilitator, a scorer, you know you're going to get a bonus.
With 5 points in that last basket right there. See the assists at 9-2 in favor of the Billikens. They do a great job of that throughout the entire season. 14 points, though, by Charlon Kloof for the Bonnies. He's been really strong in this first half. We'll see if he can do it in the second half.
But nary a point the last 9 minutes because they went back to the senior guards. They had McCall, they had Jordair Jett, so the turnovers were limited, and they did a much better job on them defensively. One troubling note for Endoy as the Bonnies get going here. Zippo on the glass. Not an offensive or a defensive rebound. If I was Mark Schmidt, I would challenge him. Big guy, toughest, biggest guy on the court. You got none, not one. You got to start dominating the glass for us.
No doubt about that. Gathers, who just hit the shot, then comes up with a steal against McCall. McCall is who led St. Louis in the first half with 15 points. Here's a 3, counted for Matthew Wright.
Great start. Can't draw it up any better.
Not at all. ball. 5 quick points in under 40 seconds for the Bonnies to start the second half. Evans misfires, right the rebound. Right a little out of control there. Taken away. Up ahead to Jet. McCall tips it in. He's been everywhere so far today. 17 for McCall.
Jet got a little fancy going up with the layup rather than just getting the job done, but McCall never quit on the play and tapped her back home.
Good job there to stop the little run by the Bonnies, and then they come up with another steal. Low, quickly up to Evans. Evans was tied up by Kloof on his way up, and they'll call the foul.
Okay, but watch the play at the other end. This is Jordair Jet, why he's such a great player. Who makes the play? Jordair Jet. That's not the 7-footer blocking the shot. That's the guard who comes from behind, doesn't foul, makes a great defensive play, and it leads to the free throws at the other end.
Kloof with the foul, his second, first of the second half of the Bonnies, and Evans will get another. Tomorrow, Major League Soccer is on NBCSN as Clint Dempsey leads the Sounders against his U.S. national teammate Michael Bradley in Toronto. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern on NBCSN. Evans 2 for 2 on this trip. 9-point St. Louis lead. So after a little fury there by the Bonnies to start the second half, the 10-point lead is down just 1 to 9. Kloof swings it into Endoy, spinning by Evans, now against Lowe. Nowhere to go, and out to Wright. Matthew Wright. Here's Simmons. Simmons was held. No call. Simmons puts it in. I'm not quite sure how Barnett wasn't called for a hold there in St. Louis.
That was pass interference.
Exactly.
He grabbed it.
Turnover. Gathers now into the front court. Quickly to Endoy, and he got it stripped away, and a foul is going to be called. It's on Jet. And Mark Schmidt, who was right down there on the baseline, and the referee says, we got you.
Well, it looked like Jet made the steal, but watch the other play first. Here comes Wright, dish. He looked like he had his right arm wrapped around him. Then here's the feed into Endoy, and I don't know where the foul came. I thought he came right around and made a great steal along the baseline, and Endoy just went down. But when he went down, they called the foul.
There's at least a foul on one of the two plays, so they'll end up getting it there, although the other one seemed a little bit more likely to be called. Now, a jumper off the back iron and a foul on the rebound.
Evans, I think.
All right, so let's reset it here for you. Jet with his first personal foul moments ago. Evans picks up his second personal foul. There's the 2 team fouls in St. Louis here in the second half. And Kloof to put it back in play. Seven-point ball game. Kloof, nice crossover. Kloof right to the basket.
Well, did a great job to keep the shot blocker Low from rolling back and getting a hand on it by going up and under. Pretty move by Charlon Kloof. First bucket for him in almost 12 minutes.
Yeah, they really clamped down on him late in that first half. He's got 16 points to lead the Bonnies. And a foul going to be called here on St. Louis.
I think it's Evans on a clear out inside, but here comes Kloof. There comes the screen by Endoy. The screen won't show up in the box score, but a big-time play. And then Evans picks up another foul.
You were right about that. His third personal foul. He goes out. Jordair Jet also goes out, and so does Rob Lowe. So in comes Austin McBroom, Tanner Lancona, and John Manning for St. Louis. See if St. Bonaventure can take advantage of it here. Right. Spinning by McBroom. Uses his body and scores it off the window.
42-39. They've reeled them back in, right back into a dogfight. 4 turnovers first half for St. Louis. Already 3 this half.
Number 1 seed in the tournament, St. Louis, the defending Atlantic 10 Conference champions. The number 9 seed in St. Bonaventure. Bonnies beat LaSalle yesterday by 10. First game of the tournament for the Billikens. They have the bye. McCall. Kicks it, Barnett. Endoy trying to glove it his first rebound. Instead, it's Kloof. Right for the tie, no. Rebound, Lancona.
Wright was so open, I think he really kind of measured it. Just catch it and let it go. You're a good shooter. Sometimes when you're so open, you take a little more time and you get out of rhythm.
Pelicans' 10-point halftime lead is down to 3. We're under 16 minutes to go in this second half. Manning against Simmons. Here's a three, Lancona! Tanner Lancona, the freshman, a big-time shot from the outside.
He will step right in and start next year with all the seniors going, and he will be a really, really good player in this league.
And that is just his 4th three-pointer of the season. He's 4 for 11 as Simmons drives and draws the foul.
Well, Tanner Lancona, freshman, but he doesn't play like one. He knows how to play in this system. Give me an open look and I'll knock it down.
If you're a homeowner who's faithfully made your mortgage payments, you deserve thanks for doing the right thing. Better yet, you deserve a HARP mortgage from Quicken Loans that rewards your commitment. Here's how. The Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP, is designed to help you take advantage of today's low interest rates and lower your mortgage payments. It's for homeowners who are current on their mortgage payments, but due to the housing market, have little or no equity left in their home. What's more, even if you were unable to get a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that now you may be eligible. More than 2.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of HARP and are saving an average of $250 a month. The rate today on a 30-year fixed mortgage is 4.375%. APR 4.68%. Saving money with a HARP loan couldn't be easier. Just call Quicken Loans today or go to QuickenLoans.com. Quicken Loans, for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
To truck guys, the truck is everything. And when you put them in charge of making an unbeatable truck, good things happen. This is the Ram 1500, the 2014 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, and first ever back-to-back champion. Guts, glory, Ram.
The key to fishing is finding that special spot. And when you find it, you guard it.
Aloha! Mahalo!
Check out Bass Pro Shop's Spring Fishing Classic and Boat Sales event. The perfect time to buy a Sun Tracker pontoon boat with special financing or a free Bass Pro gift card.
Number 1 seed in the tournament, St. Louis, trying to get back to the title game in which they won last year over VCU. Final 62-56. There's Evans. And how about Clemaine Mitchell? 95 wins in his career, the most all-time in St. Louis Pelicans history.
That's a really good VCU team, too. I mean, and you beat Havoc and you win the title, you've really accomplished something.
And we will see VCU coming up later today when they take on the Richmond Spiders in quarterfinals. That 28-win school record last year. You know, and Coach Cruz had said this a couple of times this week leading up. They won the regular season last year. They won the championship. They won the regular season this year, trying to win the championship again. The only other team, the last time that's happened, were 2 years in a row where you won the regular season and the title. UMass back in '96.
Well, Jim Cruz said that when he got the call from Rick Majerus to join his staff, he was coaching a grade school team. He goes, I was done. I wasn't coming back to college basketball. Rick called him and said, look, I need you. Just be an interim guy. I need you. I've got some health things going on. So he says to him, no dress code, all you can eat, a lot of fun, and we're going to win, baby. And only 4.5 months. Season ends, you can go home. He's still there, and he's the head coach and 2-time A-10 Coach of the Year. You never know what plan is in store for you. You never know.
Take your own plan and throw it out the window, right? Just never seems to way, it doesn't go according to the way you
life
think
is
you have
what
things
happens
drawn up.
when you're making plans.
Exactly.
Right. A man plans and the good Lord laughs.
We've got 2 coaches here that have won the last 3 Coach of the Year honors in the Atlantic 10. 2012, St. Bonaventure coach Mark Schmidt, and the last 2 with Jim Cruz for St. Louis. Here's Kloof. Special game for him today. Hands it off to Yusu Endoy.
Nice job by Endoy. Don't put it on the deck. Just power it up, get it on the backboard, and get the deuce. St. Louis, first 35 possessions, just 4 turnovers. 4 their last 10 trips.
It's a 3-point game once again. 14 and a half to go in this contest. Winner to take on the winner of St. Joe's and Dayton coming up later today. McCall for 3. Tipped by Lancona into the hands of Kloof. Bonnie's energized after the great start to this second half in which they rattled off 5 points. Billikens got it back up to 9, the lead. It's now down to 3. Foul going the other way.
Simmons, illegal screen. Good call. Cannot stick your hip out. Here he comes. He's going to set the high screen on Jordair Jet, and he sticks that leg out. Can't do it. Wide base, and then the dribbler has to run you toward the screen. Just wasn't executed properly.
Jet. Now Evans in the short corner. In and out. Nice rebound by Lowe. Got it stripped, but foul.
Lowe did a good job getting inside position on Simmons. I think they get Kloof on the foul. There's the miss. But look, who's inside? And then Kloof just reaches in and hacks him. Good hard work by Rob Lowe out of Auckland, New Zealand.
And that is the 3rd foul on Charlon Kloof, and the 3rd team foul for the Bonnies in this second half.
21,
wholesale substitutions here now for the Bonnies. Kloof's going to go out with 16 points to lead them in scoring. Simmons goes out as well. White and Gathers back in. Four-point lead, St. Louis. Jet tips it out of bounds.
Jet is such a smart player. You and I talked to him before the game, and I said, unusual hairstyle. What made you go with the long dreadlocks? He goes, you know, to be honest with you, I got tired of having to comb my hair because of the way his hair is. He goes, and having to cut it, and style it, and deal with it. I said, that's it. I'm just going to make dreadlocks, and I don't have to worry about it.
Time for a couple of years. There's Endoy. And a traveling violation is called.
Shuffled his feet, unsure. Do I shoot that baseline jumper I've missed twice, or do I put it on the deck?
Well, yeah, and see, yesterday he did hit a couple of those. That's probably why he's thinking, you know, today, because I know you said it earlier when he missed the first couple, not his game, but he was able to knock down a couple yesterday en route to that 19-point, 10-rebound effort.
But the ones he hit yesterday were, and there, Lancona knocks one down for the perimeter. But the ones yesterday were after he got a couple baby hooks and a layup, and he got his game going. It's tough for a big guy to get his game going from the perimeter when it's not your strong suit.
Let's got into Tanner Lancona from three-point range. He's 2 for 3 today, and now almost had the rebound, but he's out of bounds. On the season coming in, Lancona is just 3 for 10 from three-point range. So if you're the Bonnies, you're like, sure, go ahead, fire him up. He's hit 2 today, 2 for 3.
When they recruited him, though, they felt he could be a pick-and-pop guy. It just takes time as a freshman to get used to playing at this speed, the strength, the athleticism. Everything's different than high school.
Here's Wright for 3. Count it, and he was fouled.
That's big. That is a huge turn of events to reel St. Louis back in again. Here comes what we call manufactured points off a baseline out of bounds. You cannot commit that foul. That is just a bad foul to get.
Austin McBroom Called for the foul, his first. Barely grazed right there, it seemed like, in that last replay we saw, but Wright unable to cap off the rare 4-point play. It stays a 4-point lead for the Billikens.
Yeah, they just had him in Jim Cruz's seatnik room so that the coaches could discuss something with him, and now he's back down to the other end of the bench. But that's a good teaching moment.
Nice shot by Wright with a steal and on the deck and quickly up the court to Cumberbatch for three. No, tipped around, and a foul's going to be called on Endoy over the back. Endoy.
You see, Endoy yesterday slammed the ball down and got a technical. This time, didn't like the call. He went right to the official and handed him the ball. There's the miss, and there's the foul in the back of Evans. And now Endoy takes the ball, and he walks over and says, "Here you go, sir," and he handed it
and he
to
felt
the official.
so bad yesterday. I talked to him before the game, and he had 3 fouls, and then when he was, or 2 fouls when he was called for his third, you're right, he slammed it. He wasn't trying to show up the official. He was just upset with himself. And he had to go to the bench, and luckily for the Bonnies, they ended up winning the ball game with him out for a significant amount of time as he blocks this shot. It's his second block of the afternoon. Pass deflected out off of St. Louis last. Let's see. No.
Watch Endoy on the block here. Lancona, head and shoulder fake, great weapon, but he probably needed to get it up off the ground quicker, and Endoy rotated down. Real nice read by that man right there, who's only been playing basketball for 5 years. He comes out of Senegal, Dakar, and he shows up 200 pounds, weak. He's 245, 250 with strength, and is just developing into a heck of a player.
Blocked by Wright on the 3, and now Endoy finishes after Dion Wright saved it from going out of bounds. So everybody for St. Bonaventure in on that play. 9 points for Endoy.
How about the way the big fella runs, and now big fella is going to get a foul here. I thought that was a charge. I'll be honest with you, I think this is a bad call. From first blush, we'll see a replay, but that was a great sequence from Endoy. Block a shot, and then get out and run. Watch the big guy get out and hustle. What a great play by Endoy to get the hoop.
The 2 most successful teams in the history of English football. Manchester United are champions yet again. Title challengers, you better believe it.
Manchester United, Liverpool, Sunday morning. And Premier League coverage begins tomorrow morning on NBCSN.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
If you or a loved one used a prescription testosterone patch, cream, gel, deodorant, or spray and suffered a heart attack, stroke, blood clot, pulmonary embolism, or died, you may be entitled to money damages. Recent medical studies revealed that men using testosterone supplements were much more likely to suffer a heart attack, stroke, blood clot, or die than men who didn't take testosterone. If you or a loved one used prescription testosterone and suffered a heart attack, pulmonary embolism, blood clot, stroke, or died, call the Gold Shield Group at 1-800-960-1719.
Hello, everyone. It's moi, Miss Piggy.
And Kermit the Frog.
And we're here to tell you about moi's spectacular appearance on QVC March 16th. I hope you'll be able to drop by, Kermit.
Drop by, Piggy. All the Muppets are going to be there.
You are joking, right?
Nope, we'll all be there.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Where's my agent?
Watch the Muppets on QVC March 16th and see Muppets Most Wanted in theaters March 21st.
St. Louis hanging on to a 4-point lead here in the first game of the quarterfinals today for the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Mike Corey, David Kaplan. Let's take a look at this last sequence here with Endoy trying to take the charge.
From that angle, tough to tell, but it looked like he might have moved at the last second. You know, initial reaction I had was, oh, he charged. But right there, that little look we got, looked like Endoy might have just moved his foot. Here's another look. Let's see. That's a block.
Yeah, it's a block.
It's a good call.
Well, you get caught up.
I was wrong. Official right.
You get caught up in it. There was a great play by 3 different players, really. Endoy got a block. It was saved from going out of bounds by Dion Wright and Matthew Wright, and he ran the floor, and you just said it. Endoy going coast to coast, the recipient for 2 points, and then he's the one that came back on defense and was just called for the foul right there. So the Bonnies, you get fired up about making plays at both ends of the court, but they call him for the block. It's his 3rd foul, and here's Rob Lowe to the free throw line. That's what we just had before the timeout. And Lowe's got 8 points.
Endoy's like a sponge, as I said earlier. Only played 5 years of basketball, organized, gets here to the United States. 200 pounds, now he's just about 250. Strong, you see how athletic, and learning every day how to play.
Wright got it knocked away, and in the right place at the right time was Endoy.
Bonnie's 5 assists of 8 field goals this half, now 6 of 9. Just 2 assists the first half.
Pelicans wanted to foul there on Endoy, his 4th, as he bumped into the guy up top, but they said, no, we're not going to call that.
Zone defense out of the Bonnies again. Changing looks.
Jet slashes through, ball tipped, 7 to shoot. A couple times this has happened today. Shot clock going near the end for the Pelicans. Do they recognize it? McCall. Evans, did he get it off? Yes. And rebound by Wright.
St. Louis is no panic when that shot clock drips down under 5. They keep making passes and they get shots off.
Number 1 seed in the tournament, St. Louis, up by 3 and a foul called here.
Here's the ball get knocked away right to Endoy, and he just finishes over Barnett. He's such an alert player. He's all over the place. He'll take a breather.
Marquise Simmons is back in.
First 19 minutes, Endoy, 2 points. Last 10, 9 points.
Yeah, he's come alive, what'd you say?
Big time. Couple shot blocks. What a surprise. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game, a 1-possession game.
It was Kloof early who has the rock right now. He had 16 points, 5 of 6 in the field. Kicks it, Gathers. Gathers gets by Barnett against Lowe. A little too strong. And quickly, Jet. Jet trying to take on all comers and lost it out of bounds. Look at everybody got back for St. Bonaventure. Nobody there for St. Louis, and it's a turnover.
Right off of his foot. Just those are going to happen. Just an error. Just happens. Mark Schmidt still all over the officials saying that his guy, Gathers, was fouled going to the basket at the other end.
11 turnovers by St. Louis, 7 this half, and we are halfway through the second half. Kloof dishes it, Simmons, yes.
What a great interior pass. Kloof turning the corner again. This time doesn't go up to the rim and try and finish over a bigger guy. He makes a better pass for a layup.
It is a 1-point ball game. Lancona up to McCall. Look at the defense by the Bonnies. Almost another steal. They've got 6 so far today. Kick ball.
Go back to Charlotte Kloof, who's been a real force today. Turns the corner. Much better help defense this time. Lowe cuts him off, but that leaves Simmons open. Line of truth is I got to know when I got to get rid of the ball before I charge or get myself in a position I can't get out of. He knew the line of truth, moment of truth, dished it, easy lay-in for Simmons.
Evans up top to Barnett. Barnett a long 3. Short. Rebound Kloof. The Bonnies have a chance to take the lead. Wright from NBA range. Count it! Matthew Wright. St. Bonaventure leads by 2. Timeout, St. Louis.
Told you before the game, the Bonnies can win this game. They got down early. That's their first lead. They've never quit playing hard. They stay true to what they do. And that's just no defense for that. Big time, way downtown, 3-point shot.
St. Bonaventure on top by a deuce here in Brooklyn. We'll be back.
It's always been a part of me to fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. Whether on my block or around the world. My name is First Lieutenant King, and I move toward the sounds of those who are in need of help.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
How do action heroes walk away from movie explosions and never look back? Lobster, that's how.
At Golden Corral, add a North Atlantic lobster tail for just $3.99. Just $3.99. Only at Golden Corral.
A man and his truck, and a very eligible bachelor. And lonely hearts. And romance in the air. And hello, ladies. The new Chevy Silverado Heavy Duty. Strong for all the roads ahead.
Seems there's a wee bit of confusion out there when it comes to grass seed. What if I forget to water it, Scott? Will it still grow? Roll the clip, Jimmy. Scotch wraps each seed in a brilliant coating that feeds, protects, and holds in moisture. So growing thicker, healthier grass is easier, even if you miss a day of watering. Now let's spread your newfound knowledge. Get Scott's Tough Builder Grass Seed with Water Smart Plus. It's guaranteed. Seed your lawn. Seed it.
To keep your new grass growing strong, feed it with Scott Starter Food for New Grass.
Making sure your tires are in good shape is easy.
Just put a penny head first into the grooves.
If Abe's head doesn't touch the tread, your tires are probably bald, which can be unsafe.
Come into Meineke today and get up to an $80 rebate on a set of 4 Cooper tires for a limited time.
And here come the Hawks of St. Joseph's getting ready to take on Dayton in the 4-5 game. Our next quarterfinal round matchup right here on NBCSN. All 4 games today for you today. See who advances to the semifinals. Will it be St. Bonaventure or St. Louis here? The top seed now down by 2, David, after being on top 49-42. It's a 12-3 run by the Bonnies to take their first lead of the afternoon.
They've done a really nice job at perimeter defense, taking away the Jordair Jet penetration, and then no surprise, Yusu Endoy has become a much bigger factor. Not just scoring, but shot blocking. His presence has energized him. Another steal here, this one by Matthew Wright.
Yeah, he just hit a long 3. Can he do it again? He does! Matthew Wright for St. Bonaventure from deep.
Billikens aren't taking care of the ball. That's why they're in trouble.
Another knock away by Wright. He wants a foul, no call. Here's Jet. Jet takes it in strong. Jet with a left hand.
Get the ball in the hands of your best player. A-10 player of the year, Jordair Jet. St. Louis is not showing me the passion and emotion. They're just trying to hang in this right now, not playing well.
Well, what a recovery there by Kloof on that feed from Matthew Wright. That was high into the air. Not quite sure that's what they need here at this point. They've been hitting some good outside shots with Wright. They almost turned it over. 3-point lead for the Bonnies. Kloof. They're trying to find Endoy. There's Dion Wright. He takes the drive. Wright, almost. And into the hands of Jet. You don't think the Bonnies know what this is like? They won the 2012 Atlantic 10 championship with 3 players on that team, Matthew Wright, Simmons, and Charlon Kloof.
Haven't lost a game in the postseason tournament since 2011 to LaSalle back at St. Bonnie. Lowe misses an easy layup, just the way they drew it up. Now in defense, the Bonnies weren't here last year, right? But they are now.
They missed the Atlantic 10 tournament. Only the top 12 of the 16 teams last year made it in. This year, all 13 were in the tournament. What a great league this has been this year. Most competitive and exciting basketball that we've seen, really, across the country. And a foul called. And we'll step aside. We'll be right back. 7:21 to go in this contest. Will St. Bonaventure pull off the upset of the top seed? We'll find out.
Most people think, oh, a mechanic just go out, turn a wrench. Those days are gone.
Anything you need to learn the trade, they have it here. You have to be savvy with computers. There's more electronics on these engines than there's ever been. You come to Wiotech in the diesel program, and you get top-line education. Makes it a lot easier to transition from the school to the work environment. 5 days after graduation, I got hired. My name is Dave, and my school is Wiotech.
Get on the fast track to a career. Turn pro at Wiotech. 1-800-868-1219.
We're here on the street doing online car insurance quotes from the General. So how'd you make out?
Oh, it's a big difference in what I'm paying now.
Cheaper. I can insure both my cars with lower payments. It's pretty close to what I'm paying, but it's really easy to get a quote.
Find out if the General can save you money on car insurance. Our rates, down payment, and monthly payments are low, and the General's customer satisfaction rating is 97%.
Get an anonymous online quote now. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Hi, neighbor. You're selling your action figures. You love those.
Oh, my car needs a new window track, and the dealer wants a fortune. Time for desperate measures.
Don't pay crazy dealer prices when RockAuto.com has all the parts your car will ever need at half the price. Here's your window regulator. Pick the brand, click Add Part. It's easy.
With Rock Auto's low prices, I can fix my car and keep my action figures. And you too, Buster.
Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Out here, there are no cheat codes, no avatars, no magic stars. This does not require an operating system or a username or password. And there will not be better versions of these games coming out next year. There's nothing like the good of sport. This spring, shop the brands you love, plus thousands of items on sale now. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
St. Bonaventure on top now, thanks to this guy, Matthew Wright. Look what he's done here as of late.
Well, last 10 games, 19 plus a game has been a real factor. We saw Kloof early. It's been Mr. Matthew Wright late. Watch this one. That's for the lead with Lowe flying at him. Boom! And St. Bonaventure is not backing down. It got a little heated as they went to the timeout out of that foul. There's Lamar Simpson, the official, saying, guys, I'm not going to tolerate it. Here's the exchange. Right there, you see Lowe grab Kloof with a little shot. Immediately Wright and Endoy and Gathers come over and go, guys, we're here to play. We are not backing down to the top seed.
The foul was before that, actually, on Mike McCall Jr., his second. So no foul was called on Rob Lowe right there after all that. And it's Kloof to the free throw line for 2 shots. Actually a 1-and-1. That was the 17th foul by St. Louis. So now Lowe is out. It's a 4-point lead for the Bonnies. Kloof, a 76% free throw shooter, hits them both. 5-point lead now, St. Bonaventure. Largest of the afternoon for them with 7:20 to go.
Well, St. Bonaventure, a huge stat is what you do with turnovers. They've taken 12 St. Louis turnovers, turned them into 10 buckets for 20 points. That's maximizing opportunities.
The last 2 Atlantic 10 champions in this matchup in the 1-versus-9 game here today. First of 4 quarterfinal round matchups. All right here on NBCSN. Looking forward to bringing it to you. Mike Corey and David Kaplan from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Lancona, he's hit a couple threes. Feeds it over to Jet. In and out, rebound, Endoy.
Good ball movement. Jet just didn't make the shot.
Wonder what you were saying. 20 points off the turnovers by St. Bonaventure today. 17-5 run in the last 6.5 minutes. Shot clock inside 10. Kloof directing traffic. Guns it underneath, intercepted by Lancona. He wanted Dion Wright.
He did not have Dion Wright. There was no chance he was getting that through. Lancona was right there.
Player of the year trying to take over. Jordair Jett doesn't go. Here's Gathers.
Mike McCall now trying to lock up Matthew Wright, who's a little tweaked. I think he may have tweaked an ankle.
Right down on the wing. Here's a jumper by Kloof. Doesn't go. Think of Gathers. Bonnies get back on D. Still tons of time here in this one. Low fouled by Dion Wright, his second.
Yep, it's called freedom of movement. He made contact with the dribbler as he tried to make a move toward the basket.
Sixth team foul for St. Bonaventure. One more, and St. Louis will be in the bonus for the rest of the game, like the Bonnies already are. Jet, look at that. Wide open Dwayne Evans.
What a well-executed baseline out-of-bounds play. Manufacture points when given opportunity, and St. Louis delivers.
How about 6 assists so far today for Jordair Jet? Player of the year in the Atlantic 10. Endoy against Lowe. Yes, sir.
That is a major league move. Scouts in the building salivating, seeing this guy.
McCall up to Evans. Steps it in, 18-footer. Jet fighting for the rebound and got taken down from behind. That was Endoy. So he's got 4.
It's getting very physical, and that is just no doubt about it. Great effort, Jordair Jet and Endoy. Whoa, where'd the little guy come from? Nobody boxed him out. Foul on Endoy.
And the junior from Senegal to the bench. 5:09 to go. Yesterday, though, with his 4th personal foul, came with about 13 minutes or so to go in that second half, and he had to sit for quite some time. Now we'll see when he returns. Jet with another free throw coming up. Tomorrow, Fight Night returns to NBCSN as former world champion Tomas Amasek slugs it out against Olympic medalist Tsar Glaskov. Tomorrow, 9 Eastern, is Fight Night on NBCSN. Jet, 1 of 2, but it got tipped out to him. And now he goes right to work and puts it in.
When the chips are down, get the ball to Jordair Jet. What a
Three-point sequence for him. On the free throw in the basket, he's got 9 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. 2-point lead for the Bonnies. Kloof trying to spin by Lowe, knocked away by McCall, got it back. Wild shot doesn't go. Simmons had a hand on it. It's ripped away by McCall. McCall out of control, foul called, and he gets bailed out by Gathers of the Bonnies.
Great effort, both ends on being. Talk about a scrum up at the rim at one end. Here comes Kloof. Tries to flip it home, and it won't go. Tipped around, and now here comes Mike McCall. And he is off to the races, turns the corner. When you see you've got a defender, Gathers, who cannot get a charge. He's on your hip. You take it right to the basket. The worst will be you get a foul. That's exactly what he did. That's a veteran smart play.
Gathers' 3rd personal foul, 8th team foul for the Bonnies. Mike McCall Jr. ties the game.
I hope everybody took off work early today, as this is a great indication of what kind of action we're going to see here at the Barclays Center.
First game of 4 in the quarterfinals. Number 9 seed St. Bonaventure, the top seed St. Louis, tied at 61. Timeout. We'll be back.
I'm a fabricator, body man, painter, everything. I can do it all. WildTech will teach you what to do and how to do it. I chose WildTech because it's short, you're in and out. Next thing you know, you're already out of school and you're already working, making money, and you're living life already. It feels like you're on top of the world. Not a lot of people point to something and say, I built that. I love what I do. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Get on the fast track to a career. Turn pro at WildTech. 1-800-360-5208.
Knotted at 61 between the Billikens and the Bonnies here in game 1 of the quarterfinals of the A-10 championship.
Jordan Gathers, his late uncle, Hank Gathers, who passed away tragically at the age of 23. Jordan's Twitter, number 44 lives on. Hank died 2 years before Jordan was born. Jordan's dad, Derek, Hank's brother.
Bonnies trying to advance to the semifinals after not making the Atlantic 10 tournament last year, and they're trying to do it against the top seed, the reigning champions. Foul called on the Billikens. It's on Mike McCall, who has tied his career high today, by the way, with 19 points, 7 rebounds. The 6-foot senior from Chicago. Blue, perfect at the free throw line today, 8 for 8.
He's got 19, so we've got 3 guys with 19 points in the game. McCall, Matthew Wright, and Klute, who now has 12.
He leads all scorers. And St. Bonaventure is back up a deuce. It's a nice job by the Bonnie's defense to kind of trap all the way out here, David, to really force a couple turnovers today.
They have. They've done a really good job, and they just forced another one.
They do it again. Klute quickly up to Wright. He's done that a few times, but the ball gets stuck.
Yep, alternate possession goes to St. Louis.
They go to the arrow. You're right. Billikens ball when we come back. But St. Bonaventure leads it by 2 here in Brooklyn.
We've got a small business, and we needed a new website.
I talked to a web design company, but they wanted to charge me a fortune.
Then I heard about web.com.
They said they would build me a custom website for free.
We just thought, there's no way.
Then I called them up.
And then they built it for me.
Custom. Just like they said. A custom website built free. Who would have thought?
If you call the experts at web.com now, you can have a new custom website built for your small business absolutely free. Plus, we'll list your new website in hundreds of places online, so new customers can easily find you.
Well, my business has really picked up since we've had our new website.
If you're happy with your new website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
And when they say nothing, they really mean nothing.
You say it, we build it free. It's as easy as web.com.
Call 1-800-862-9879 today.
To truck guys, the truck is everything. And when you put them in charge of making an unbeatable truck, good things happen. This is the Ram 1500, the 2014 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. And first ever, back-to-back champion. Guts, glory, Ram.
If you're going to fish like the pros, you got to wake up early like the pros. Here's a tip. Use a reliable alarm clock.
Take advantage of huge savings during the final days of Bass Pro Shop's Spring Fishing Classic with amazing daily specials Friday and Saturday. Plus, bring the kids for our Next Generation Weekend with free workshops, crafts, and free fishing at our Catch and Release Pond.
What a great start to the day here today in Brooklyn for the Barclays Center. College basketball all day long right here on NBCSN. St. Joe's and Dayton comes your way as soon as we are done with St. Louis and St. Bonaventure. Then later tonight in the nightcap at 6:30. Action continues. VCU and Richmond, followed by George Washington and UMass. A quadruple header today for you. All 4 Atlantic 10 quarterfinal round matchups here on NBCSN.
Love this time of year. To me, it's the best time on the sports calendar. Weather starting to turn. Final 4, March Madness as St. Joe gets ready to battle Dayton.
Game 1 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. St. Bonaventure leads it by 2 against the top seed. Jordair Jett, a player of the year. Missing and rebound tipped back out high. McCall into Lowe.
Endoy in with 4 fouls, has to be very careful.
McCall for 3 in the lead. Wolf's got it.
Endoy such a presence defensively. They need him in there. He's got to play smart.
St. Louis now 6 of 19 from three-point range in this game. St. Bonaventure 5 of 10. Foul underneath.
No doubt about the foul. Lowe is really struggling to defend Endoy. Watch him grab him here. Can't do that. No doubt about the foul. Lowe, this guy's tough. And it's funny, I talked to an NBA scout. I said, oh, I'm going to be at the A-10. You coming? No, I'm out west. I said, there's some really good players in the league. and he read me the list of guys. Did not have Endoy's name down.
Well, they're missing out right now because he's playing spectacular. Missing the free throw, though, in the front half of the 1-1. It was the 19th foul by St. Louis. Here's Evans. Haven't heard from him in a while. Dwayne Evans out to Lancona. There's a 2 3-pointers today. Low with the offensive rebound. That was huge. Finds a cutting Evans. And now Kloof. And they'll throw it away. Turnover. Jet with a 3-on-2. For McCall. Double clutch. Ties the game at 63.
What a pretty play by McCall off a feed from Jordair Jet.
Career high for Mike McCall for St. Louis. 21 points. Timeout, says Mark Schmidt and St. Bonaventure.
Here comes Jordair Jet off the steal. What a nice job to recognize what the defender was trying to do. Make him bite, and then McCall will finish. Dipsy-doo.
St. Bonaventure 17-14 on the season. They beat LaSalle yesterday in the first round of the A-10 championship, 82-72, to get here to play St. Louis, who had the day off. They were awaiting the winner with a bye in the first round. The #1 seed in the tournament. They won the regular season, won the title last year, and they're trying to win the championship for the second straight year.
It's a tough task, man. In this league, to win the league and the tournament back-to-back years, that is really, really ambitious.
There's a career high for McCall with 21 points. Let's take a look at the bracket here real quick. The winner of this plays the winner of St. Joe's and Dayton. That's coming up right after us. And that game is tomorrow at 1:30 in the semifinals. Luke up to Wright, who's hit a couple of huge threes in the second half to give St. Bonaventure the lead. We're now tied at 63. Wright inside, finding Dion Wright, but he couldn't get it to go.
Well, they made a really nice pass. He just couldn't quite finish it.
All the St. Louis fans behind their bench on their feet. They've been standing up for quite some time. We know they're in a battle here today. We beat St. Bonaventure earlier this year by 6. Inside, Evans, yes, with a reverse layup.
High-low entry from Lowe to Evans. Really well done by St. Louis.
And another timeout by St. Bonaventure with 1:31 to go.
Watch this pass. Not the true high-low, not going high post, low post, as you got Lowe maybe 8 feet from the basket, but he dumps it into Evans, and he knows how to finish.
So Dayton St. Joe's after this one, VCU and Richmond, and UMass and George Washington. We talk about how great this league has been this year. 6 teams with 20 wins or more. Only 2 other conferences can claim that. 6 teams into the NCAA tournament, more than likely, with St. Louis, St. Joe's, VCU, UMass, George Washington, Dayton, all really doing enough to earn a right to be in the tournament. And if St. Bonaventure pulls off the upset here, or one of those non-top 6 seeds, wow.
Crazy what could happen on Selection Sunday.
The Billikens, all 5 of their starters, seniors. St. Bonaventure with 3 seniors. Both teams have been there before. You've got 2 teams within the last 2 tournament championships out of the Atlantic 10, the Bonnies in 2012 and St. Louis last year. Kloof has 20 points. McCall goes down. Kloof slices through. After it hits Simmons, he puts it in.
But he has just been a monster inside, either finishing in transition, curl move to the basket in there. He was a warrior with that loose ball.
First field goal in 4 minutes for St. Bonaventure to tie it up at 65. Evans is battling down low with Simmons. Now he sets a screen for Jet. Jet plows over Endoy, no call. It's Jordan gathers it, comes up with it for St. Bonaventure.
And Jett is still down.
Endoy has come back. Here's Matthew Wright for three. Count it! Matthew Wright, and St. Bonaventure leads it by 3.
What a phenomenal defensive play, though, by Endoy to come over with 4 fouls, slide over to take the hit. They don't call a foul. Here he comes. Watch Endoy slide over. Now he's in that, look like in the half circle. And now they find Matthew Wright, and he is already set. Shoulders over toes, elbow in. Get me the ball loaded up, and boom!
The senior from Toronto, Ontario, his 5th three-pointer of the afternoon. The Bonnie fans sensing it. Potential upset over #1 seed St. Louis. 38.2 seconds to go. The Billikens still with 2 timeouts. They used one right here. And what do you think's happening in these huddles right now, David?
St. Louis has a ton of time. You don't have to run a 3-point shot play here. You get it within the flow of your offense. There is a ton of time. You take it to the rack. You attack inside, whether it's Jordair, Jett, McCall. And if you get a good look on the perimeter, you kick it back out. But teams panic too quickly. This team won't panic.
Do you almost like the no call here? I mean, is there this? Look at these guys.
No, that's
going
a foul.
Down. Who's the foul on?
That
though?
foul is on Kloof. You could have gone either way.
That's what I mean. Maybe that's why they didn't even call anything. But
Kloof whacked him on the arm.
Yeah, I mean,
that's gotta be called.
Something, right?
You can't not call a foul there. I know they're letting them play. It's late. Everyone says, don't take the game into your hands, officials. Okay, well, he's all over his arm.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure that he got there in time either. He just
I think he's in the half circle, so you can't call the charge.
No.
But you have to call the foul on Charlon Kloof. He's hanging on Jordair Jett's arm.
It's either on Kloof or Endoy, one or the other, and they didn't call either. So St. Bonaventure converts.
The officials will watch the tape and go, we missed it. That's on us.
It's going to be tough. Yeah, Jordair Jett was down at the end of the play, so it was a 5-on-4. Then Wright was wide open for 3, and he drained it. So here we go.
It's the second time he's had an open look for 3, one on each side, and both have given them the lead.
Jett guarded by Kloof. Up to Evans. Thinking about it for 3 of the tie. Yes! Dwayne Evans has tied the game at 68.
Boy, you talk about the emotions, shifting tides here in this building. Mark Schmidt saying, how do we leave him open?
Endoy's there, just doesn't challenge him enough.
Because I think he figures like I figured. Evans isn't going to take that. He's going to put it on the deck and try and attack the basket. So Endoy wants to give him space so he can make the move. Everybody's calling out their prayers, trying to get everything they can to help their team win.
And how about Dwayne Evans, who was 3 of 15 shooting the 3-pointer all season, with the biggest shot of the season so far for the Billikens.
Endoy's playing for the dribble. And finally, Evans says, okay, you know what? You're going to give me that open look, I'm taking it.
They're going to the monitor to take a look at and make sure this was a 3-pointer.
I think his foot was behind the line. It's close, but I think it is a 3.
And they have confirmed it. It is a 3-pointer. We are tied at 68 with 20.9 seconds to go. Evans has the last 7 points for St. Louis, the 2-time first-team Atlantic 10 selection. Also on the all-academic team, the senior out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, coming up huge for his senior-laden team for St. Louis to tie it at 68.
Boy, that is ice water in your veins.
St. Louis has lost 3 of their last 4 of the regular season coming into the tournament. They'll say, oh, yeah, they're limping in. Say they're the #1 seed. They're one of the best teams in the country. They're not going down without a fight, that's for sure. And neither is St. Bonaventure, the #9 seed, tied at 68, and they have it with 20.9 seconds left. Each team still with a timeout. Possession arrow favors St. Bonaventure if we get a jump. Kloof. McCall's on him. 5 seconds to go. Charlon Kloof gathers for the win. Count it! It's over! St. Bonaventure wins it at the buzzer!
Oh my goodness! Steps up and drills it, and number 1 is going home. Don't you love March? It's the greatest time on the calendar, and the bodies stay alive. The dream continues. Wow! He got a good look. There's no doubt it was out in time. Wide open. Here comes Kloof. He wants to take it. Finds Gathers. And Endoy set the screen that got him the look. If you see it again, 35 with a great screen. Doesn't let the defender get up. Boom! Basket, game, bodies live.
The number 1 seed goes down. Mark Schmidt loves it for St. Bonaventure. The Bonnies, who won the 2012 Atlantic 10 Championship, and now move on to the semifinals for the upset over the defending champion.